On the block, we go, 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 go. On the block, let it flow, go, 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 Spaces open, might go live. Different miles from Web to Drive. Builders here, they pull a real. Talking moves and how they feel. No scripts, just open flow. Ideas moving row by row. Every week a new face shown. Building things to stand alone. On the block, we go, 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 go. On the block, let it flow, 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 flow. On the block, feel the sound. On the block, right now. Spaces open, let it start. Different builders play their part. No filter, just raw talk. Ideas that actually walk. From early grinding new way. Every guest got things to say. No script, no safety net. Just truth, you don't forget. Get. On the block, we go, 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 go. On the block, let it flow, 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 flow. On the block, feel the sound. On the block, right now. Down.
GMGAGE, happy Monday. Welcome to On the Block, episode 50, Goodwood. I'm Taddy, coming at you live from LA. And once again, I'm always honored to be your host for today's show. Thank you all for tuning in. And please, ladies and gentlemen, if you would be so kind to like and repost this live stream, maybe tag a friend or two or three, we would greatly appreciate it. Shout out to our legendary sponsors, Puffsters and OrbisOnSoul.io. Hope that everyone had a nice, relaxing weekend and that your Monday is going well. Before I check in with our goated guest for today, let me first check in with my brother from a different mother, Mr. Lucky Soul. Luck, what up? What's good? What's going on? How you doing?
Teddy, what's good? Another week has started. A lot going on this week. So,
Yes, sir.
busy Monday. You know how it is. You're getting those emails you got to respond to and meetings. But you know what? It's all good. As always, looking forward to the show. Weekend's been good. How about you, brother? How's things?
Yo, wifey left for Switzerland on Saturday, so it's just me and the girls, man. So I got my hands full, but that's the way I love it, man. And I get to spend some quality time with just me and my girls. So I wouldn't change for the world. We definitely miss my wife, but I do like these up close and personal times when it's just just us three. So, other than that, it's working hard, man. You know how we do.
Yes, sir.
You know
Yes,
how we
sir.
do.
Busy week ahead, Teddy. There's a lot going on. So,
I know,
yeah.
man. I know. But
looking forward to it. Looking forward to it, though.
But brother, no one ever comes here to listen to us run our yaps, brother. They came
Nope.
to check out our goated guest for today. Bad, welcome to OTB. Much love for accepting our invitation. How are you doing this fine Monday evening?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for inviting me. I feel humbled. It's like I don't even deserve to be like a guest. I'm just a community member, how they say.
Hey, we're just some guys that love NFTs and Web3. So we are the ones that are honored, man. Especially seeing your streams. You interview some top dogs in the space and you make it seem so effortlessly. So no, we're the ones that are honored today, and we appreciate you rocking up. And that's crazy talk saying that you don't deserve to be up on here, man. Of course you do. Of course you do.
100. I like to echo that, Bad. For those of you who don't know, Bad has his own stream. It's the Goodwood Show.
Yes, sir.
And this guy has interviewed some of, how can I put it, Teddy? It's well-known people that you guys should really know about, right? It's not just founders of NFT projects. Have a look at some of the people he's interviewed. The youngest VP, I remember that episode, Bad. Oh, BlackRock. Come on, guys. This is different level of gravy of people that he's interviewing. So, Bad, you saying you're not worthy of coming on this stream, brother?
Crazy talk.
That's crazy talk, brother.
Yeah, that's crazy talk.
I have some nice guests, to be honest. Yeah.
And a little more relaxed than you used to, because I know you're docs and you show yourself all the time. So we appreciate you, pulling up and just showing that beautiful NFT you got. It's all good. We like it. We like it.
It makes me a bit more a shield, because I don't have to be concerned about my face and what strange smiles I'm putting or anything, or if I'm biting my nails that I try to avoid. It's very hard. So
that's why we don't show our faces either. All our strange ticks. No one can see those, man. They just see our PFP going. So on OTB, what we like to do, we like to know the man behind the PFP. We like to get into it. We like to find out what got you started in this crazy ecosystem. What got you started in Web3, Solana as well. Like, if you could start with just a quick overview or a long overview of your journey into Web3.
Yeah, so I kind of started around 2018 with crypto. Bought some Ethereum, some Bitcoin. Of course, I bought the top of 2018, like everyone should do. And then, of course, I experienced all the ICOs of 2018. Like price going down very hard, and I was like, okay, this is just scams. I don't care about this thing. And then I have a friend that is like, he was so into crypto, and it's like, this is gonna revolutionize the world. No, don't. This is not scams. There's good people here and stuff. And then in 2020, I kind of came back and start buying like big chunks, right? I bought a lot of Ethereum, much more like Bitcoin. I bought like random tokens. I remember like Aave, Chainlink, good projects, but not only the big ones. Cardano. I bought so much stuff, and then at some point in 2021, I of course I was on Twitter, and I start seeing this profile pictures, images, people changing their profile picture to whatever monkeys or whatever cartoon was the trend at the time. And I was like, what the hell is this? And people are of course posting, oh, I made so much money with this project. And it's like, okay, there's money here. What the hell is this? And then I started investigating. Of course, I didn't go straight away to Solana because Solana was still very new. I tried Ethereum, Cardano, I don't know, but everything felt so clunky, right? I was on Ethereum, like seeing the gas fees, sometimes $1,000 for gas fees, and you wouldn't even mint the actual NFT in the end. I was like, no way. This I'm sure there's a better way. And then I tried Solana like Phantom Wallet, and I was like, oh, okay, this is a different game. This is like driving a Ferrari when you were just riding a horse, and it's like completely different ball game. So yeah, so that is like then when I started on NFTs. I was like so naive. I was like, oh, I swap a little bit of Solana. Let's say 10 Solana. Let's get 10 Solana. This is gonna last me for, I don't know, 1 year. I imagine after 1 week, those 10 Solana was gone. Like I bought so many NFTs, everything, Famous Fox Federation, everything that was pumping. Oh yeah, this is nice. Oh, but wait, that other one is even better. Like, so those 10 Solana gone, and then I bought more, and then I kept putting more Solana, and I bought so many stuff. So much.
And then you've been buying ever since.
He's caught the fever. That is the NFT fever in full effect right there.
And buy your bags.
I love it. He was addicted instantly.
Yes.
I like how he thought 10 Solana was going to last him the year.
I love it too, man. It's like wishful thinking, and then you're like, wait, what? It's gone already?
Because the idea was like, okay, I buy one NFT for 1 Solana and I sell it for 3 or 4. That was my idea. But first, I couldn't sell anything. And second, I start getting attached to the projects, right? And then you go to the communities, Discord, and you're like, oh, I don't want to sell this NFT. Okay, went up. I don't want to sell it because the community is nice. So it's this kind of vicious circle of addictionness, let's say, something like that. Yeah. So I didn't actually.
Selling is hard.
I didn't actually explain why NFTs actually for me made sense, because I came from I'm from a kind of design art background, and I always loved finance. I used to do trading, football trading. Now it's very trendy with betting and gambling and prediction markets or whatever. But I started like 2012. On doing trading on football markets and stuff. So for me, this all this trading, all this speculation was familiar. And then when I saw speculation with art and like with NFTs, of course, I was like, okay, this is perfect. That's my name all over it, right? So that was the reason. Like I got completely hooked on it, and then yeah. Not that much more than 10 Solana later, here we are, right?
Yeah, not too much more than 10, just a bit over.
Yeah. Have you stopped counting? You stopped counting, or do you have a spreadsheet that shows exactly?
I have. My OCD doesn't let me do anything without a spreadsheet.
Yeah, my wife's like, let me see that spreadsheet. How much have you put into this? What are you doing? I'm like, trust me, babe. There's a process.
Yeah, trust the process. Trust me, bro.
For the wife, you have to say that you don't have a spreadsheet. You have it in your head.
No, right? Yeah, I got it somewhere, baby. It's in my notes somewhere.
Yeah.
Someone told me never to write anything down, so it's all in my head. Bad. I've got to ask, right? Obviously, me and Taddy, you probably guessed, we love NFTs. So, talk me through that NFT journey, right? What you came over when you came over to Solana? What were the kind of first few projects that you picked up, and what were the communities that drew you in to the community that made you kind of hold your bags?
This is when I now open my spreadsheet. Let me just open my spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
I go to my first NFT. So my first NFT was on Ethereum, was something called Shadow 88, and was kind of one of the first animated one, poorly animated. And at the time, I paid 0.41 Ethereum. That was $1,200. And it was already a lot. It was crazy. And then I bought a few NFTs. So it's funny to see my journey. And I bought a few Ethereum ones. And then clearly Ethereum was not for me. I moved to Cardano. I was like, so September was at Ethereum. October was Cardano. And then suddenly I moved to Solana. And my first NFT was Red Panda Squad. They were very famous at the time. Yeah, and then Salt Chicks was like a game with mini chickens, like baby chickens, chicks. So that's like the Sol Chicks was 0.61 Sol. The Red Panda was 2.5 Sol at the time, and Solana at the time in October was 240, or I don't know.
Mhm.
So you can
Wow.
imagine. Yeah, I bought a lot of stuff, and then my first actual mint was this Sol Chicks 3 Solana. Never sold it. I still have it.
Oh wow.
Crazy. That was like, and then I tried Immutable X, another Ethereum. Let me see if there's anything like relevant. Baby Apes, and then this was the time when they started derivatives. There was already Solana Monkey Business, but then they start doing Baby Apes that was similar. Sharky Sharks actually is funny. That I met the guy that it's the same artist from Disruptors, Sharky Sharks.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
October 2021. I bought this one. There was loads of stuff. Trying to see if there was any Sol Cities, Afro Bubble. There was loads of random projects no one ever heard of. Yeah, so that's it. And then I think the biggest project that I started getting in was the Photo Finish. I don't know if you know the horse race.
Yeah.
Of course.
I start buying, and then I minted actually the female version of it at the time, 1 Solana each. And then that was kind of my entry to bigger projects, let's say. And then from then I start seeing the alpha and getting into that. I bought a lot of that project, to be honest. Yeah, Bounty Hunters recently rugged, but was a very good project. There was a lot of projects at the time.
Yeah. And then Mindfolk, tell us when was the first accumulation of your Mindfolk? I'm presuming have you got quite a bag of Mindfolk still, or what's the deal?
Yeah, but now there's people with loads, like 100, 200, 300. I have like maybe 50, 25 between the two collections. There's nothing special compared with what some other people have. The story is quite funny because there was there still is a Discord server that was Solana Radar. I don't know if you're familiar with that. And then at the time, because NFTs were not rare, but there was not mints so often, right? So it's not that you could be part of a project every day. There was mints like 2-3 per week, let's say. So Solana Radar was like the first alpha place, free. You didn't need any NFT, and I met a lot of people there. It was super nice. They're still around. And I think at the time I met a guy, and then we became friends, exchange, and he didn't have any Solana. So a lot of the times, it's funny. A lot of the times I was like, he got like whitelist for some project, and was like 1 Sol, and he didn't have 1 Sol, and I was like, okay, I like take the 1 Sol, and then you give me back when you flip the NFT. And then it happened a few times, and it was great. And then in last day of 2021, so the 31st of December, of course, no one is paying attention to NFTs, right? And happened this mint that was the Mindfolk. So they done it kind of during the night at midnight, something like that. And I didn't know about it, to be honest. It was kind of a stealth mint that was very famous at the time. People were doing like minting without announcing. So you didn't have like bots, or you didn't have like the random flippers that come just to just to buy and flip. It was only for the community. And this guy actually was part of that community already. He was on Discord. And then the next morning I wake up, and this is the 1st of January, right? I was doing some shopping, and he sends me a message saying, oh, I think I minted too many of this NFT collection. Do you want one? And I was like, how much it was? It was 1 Solana. And they sent me the picture, and I was like, wow, this is good art. This is nothing compared with what I have seen before. This is good. Yeah, I buy one for you. And at the time, they were not, the project was still not on the secondary market, right? So we didn't know how much was the price. That was the conversation. I buy the NFT, but I was still shopping. And then, I don't know, afternoon or something, I came home, and then a funny part was already on the market. It was already, I have no idea, like 5, 6 Solana. And I remember to ask him, like, are you sure you still want to sell me that NFT for Solana? He's like, no, yes, of course. Yeah, we done the deal. And then I think I even sent him a bit more than 1 Solana. I don't know, 1.20. I don't know, whatever. And that's it. And then my story on Mindfolk started. And I didn't actually minted it, but I kind of minted it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the stealth mint. We need to go back to stealth mints, man.
Oh, Chaddy, I'm telling you what.
Yeah.
When was the last proper good stealth mint? Can you guys remember?
Was
like
crazy.
a proper stealth mint that's just afterwards just kind of ran.
I can't put my finger on it, man. It's been so long.
I can't.
It's
Hey,
been so long.
if anyone's thinking of doing a project, maybe
It's
stealth
audience.
mint might be able to go.
If the
Yeah.
audience remembers, please tell us.
Yeah, I mean, to have like a hype mint and then stealthily do it, you know what I mean, would be even better. Like, whoa, those minted now? Yeah, they're minting. So,
Yeah.
I love that. That's quite the journey, man. Like, especially how you've written everything down and know exactly the month. Like, I do, but I try not to remember because a lot of the ones I've done have been rugs. And the fact that you still keep them, like, that's crazy.
I never burn any NFT. I have this theory that this is culture on the internet, right? And maybe now doesn't mean anything, but in 10 years or 15 years, you look back and you think, oh, remember that rug? And I say, I still have it. And people will be like, no way. And there's like, it's not for the monetary value, it's more like the cultural value. And there's, and also it's a memory for me, even if it's a bad one, but like, this is who I am now. And all these rugs made me who I am now, right? You learn a little bit. I think we learn.
No, that's a great point because I'm quick to burn, and not only that, I'm quick to burn, and then something gets CTO'd, and I'm like, really?
Exactly.
You're gonna CTO it after I just burned my bag? But the whole history and then how it shaped you as well. Like, Lucky and I met through various different rugs and have created our, like he's one of my best friends in the space and in life, and it's through rugs. So no, rugs definitely shape who you are.
Yeah. And I saw a lot of projects and good ones coming to life after rugs. People got upset and like, no, I'm gonna do the proper way. They never do, but because project NFTs eventually die at some point, right? People lose that I don't know, motivation, even the leaders and stuff. I think it's part of human nature. But it's a lot of people started projects together with other people they met on rugged projects. I completely empathize with that. And Mindfolk is kind of that story, actually.
Yeah. Bad. Talk us through Mindfolk, right? Because there's probably people kind of watching in or going to watch back to this, and they might not even have heard of Mindfolk, right? And do you want to give us a kind of a bit of history about Mindfolk in terms of what they were all about back in the days and what kind of caused them to kind of go at very high levels in terms of floor price, right? What were we talking about? Was it 200? Was it 200?
I think 300 was the maximum.
Yeah. 300 Sol floor price.
When Sol was above 150, 200, right?
Exactly.
So it's not when Solana was at $16, right?
Yeah. This is when Solana was doing good, but do you want to give us a breakdown?
Yeah. So actually, it's funny because the original founders, before they left the projects, they actually wrote a series of 3 kind of episodes, not episodes, but kind of as you can see here. What is this on my screen? You can see like they wrote about what happened. There's 3 of this, and it's quite funny. I recommend everyone to read because it's part of Solana history, because this then shaped quite a lot of projects that came after, right? A lot of projects then after copied what Mindfolk had done correctly or incorrectly, whatever. But so at the time, you are familiar with Boogles and all this big.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So apparently Boogles were on that Discord pre-mint, right? So they minted quite a lot. So as you can imagine, a lot of this high profile and whales, they can move markets, right? So I think the art was so good as well. So I think it was a perfect storm, right? The timing was right. They had good holders, good community, and the art was amazing. The lore also was very good, right? So they created this lore, and then was not just the art, all the design, like the website, all the presentations they would do, like with very good art, like very professional. Nothing looked like amateur from Fiverr, like a lot of projects we saw like on Launch My NFT, right? So, and that suddenly created like a pump, right? So suddenly the floor price opens at like 4 Solana or whatever, and then went to 20 Solana, like quickly, and then they start doing like a token that was wood, and you would receive 10 wood. There was some gamified. You would receive 10 wood per NFT, and at the time 10 wood was like $30. So imagine receiving $30 like just to hold an NFT. All this gamified was kind of inspired by Cyberkongs, and was already Boryaku Dragons was already minted, and they were like their floor price was also high. So people saw on Mindfolk the next gamified NFT, right? And at the time, it was only 777. Like the collection was not big collection, so was really tight in terms of holders, right? You would buy 10 NFTs and you would like be a whale almost like instantly, right? It was so the price went up quite a lot, and then they start adding stuff because there's this lore. There was like cabins, there was boats, and you would together with the other holders, you would live in a cabin. People would pay rent in wood to the owner of the cabin. Like there was like a very fun gamified. Like the first, I don't know, 3 months was like so good, was crazy, until like the first people start selling. Right, there was like a bit of a clash between the founders and the big whales. You know what it is.
Yeah.
To go in one direction, and they decided to not listen to them, and then there was a big hype also on Pirates. They had the second mint that was the Pirates, and the whole idea would be Pirates to go against the Mindfolk, would be like two tribes competing to each other. The idea was amazing and people loved Pirates, and actually the plan at the time was to mint on OpenSea, because the Pirates see OpenSea, right? And would be the first, and would supposed to be the first Solana NFT on OpenSea. That was, in the end, they didn't do it. I think they minted on Magic Eden, because probably OpenSea didn't have the, I don't know, at the time the tech or something to even incorporate this kind of mint. But and then once the Pirates come, I think the Pirates are like the last, I don't know, the last, the hype, like the top of the hype. And then things start going downhill, like 2022, end of 22 and 23. So the just to finish, and then you can put, ask me some more questions, more specific. But but finish, and then they thought that, because they had so many collections, right? So there was Pirates, there was also Mindlings, that was some faces of animals. that you would get when you do those voyages on their boats that you rent to people. Like there was all this gamified, and there was boats, there was cabins, and they felt that people would feel were feeling confused when to buy an NFT for Mindfolk. They didn't know what to buy, right? Which one is the actual NFT from Mindfolk?
Right.
And they decided, okay, let's erase all of this and do a new collection, one collection only, 10,000 NFTs also, because they thought that having 10,000, they would attract more people, right? Because it was very limited. 777 was very expensive as well. Like imagine you wouldn't pay 100 Solana to go to an NFT project. And with the 10K, they knew that for prices would dilute, would be lower, but would open the door to people with less Solana in their wallets to be part of the community. And they thought, okay, a bigger community, we can reach more people, we can more traders, more flippers, more royalties from NFTs. In theory,
it's great. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
On a bull market, this works perfectly. The problem is that and everything went as according to plan, right? They scrapped everything. They done a new contract in terms of the NFTs. They migrated everything. So I don't know. There was some. If you add pirates, you would get 3 or 4 of the new collection. If you add the boat, you get 2 or 3 of the new collection. So there was this, and everything actually worked fine. They were very good with tech. They had a very good dev, a very good artist, and a very good designer. That was, I cannot say anything.
Dream team.
Yeah, perfect storm.
Perfect. But the problem is that then the bear market started, right? And then is where the clashes started. So they scrapped, erased all the gamified, right? There was no gamified anymore. There was like, they tried to create an app where people, you would register with your Twitter account, with Matrika or something like that. It's kind of a monetization app where you could also stake your NFTs. It was kind of an hybrid. Again, was very ahead of the time, right? And then a lot of people copy this strategy. So for now, I finish on this is the beginning of the end for Mindfolk, at least for those founders and the original founders.
Wow. Yeah, I've got to ask, man, right? You know, you said at the beginning that you bought one off your friend for like 1.2 Solana. Did you add more to your bags? And did you have the opportunity? Well, you did have the opportunity. Did you sell at the top?
No, I didn't sell. So
you held. Okay.
No, at the time I had only one NFT, right? Because everything was mega expensive. The only way I got more NFTs, not from the main collection, was from the side collection. So I got quite a lot of, because you could buy them with wood. So I got a lot of skateboards, a lot of surfboards. I didn't have a cabin because cabins were like mega expensive, or like, I don't know, 60 or 70 Solana as well. It was absolutely incredible. So I sold a bit of those side collections, but that's it. But then I bought a lot of, I bought pirates. I got extra pirates that I bought probably for 20 or 30 Sol, and then they gave me, in exchange, they gave me 3 or 4 NFTs of the new collection. But then the NFT of the new, the floor price of the new collection started, I don't know, at 5 Solana, and then went to, I don't know, whatever, like 1 Sol, 1.5, and then from there.
Yeah.
It's now.
You know, it's crazy. It's crazy though, because the patience that people had for projects back then and whatnot, and just the different levels of it and the different collection sizes, you couldn't get away with that now. People would just be like, I don't have time to do this thing. So it's just a shout to how things were slower back then, but also more complex. Like, this is as complex as a mint that I've heard even now today. So it's just crazy that they even pulled it off, man.
Yeah, it's great. The tech was great, like I say. Like, the mint page apparently was very good. Nothing broke, because at the time was every other project, like their mint page would get botted and would, I don't know,
Yeah.
the server
Right.
crash. There was something happening always. You would wait. I remember, like, especially people in Asia would wait until, I don't know, 3 a.m. their time to mint something. And then when the time comes, oh, sorry, the devs, oh, sorry on Discord, sorry, announcement, sorry, the website is not ready, or it crashed, and people had to wait another, I don't know, random half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. So every other project was like this. Not with my fault.
Is that the PFP that you've got? Is that the first
Yeah.
one you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've kept it through. And
I kept-
was there though, Bad? I want to ask, was there a period where you thought, wow, this has gone up quite a lot, I might just sell? Or was it never? Did it ever cross your mind?
No, of course, it crossed my mind at some point. NFT was more expensive than the car I had in Portugal. So the NFT cost like, I don't know, $15,000 at the top or something,
Yeah.
and that was $50 per day. That's great.
Yeah.
You get almost more money in my from Mindfolk than from my job. But of course, this doesn't last, right? This is you are so into that echo chamber and into that bubble that you don't even realize, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, I thought. But always the idea was that we would flip Boru QR Dragon. I cannot say the name.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
At the time, they were like 500 sold, and the perspective was that Mindfolk was much better in terms of art, in terms of the devs and everything.
Yeah.
So we were like, we're gonna flip them. Next week we're gonna flip them. So that was and then suddenly the price started going down and stuff.
I mean, Mindfolk was the first time where I was like, wow, this is art on Solana.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, like, wow, they are cooking. No, for sure. And it's so hard to sell, man. Buying is easy in this game, but selling, it's like, well, I sell and then it goes higher, or I sell, then I don't have access, and I sell, and then you're like, oh man, I should have sold. Okay, well, I'm gonna hold it now.
One thing I learned in this whole journey, not only in NFTs, on crypto, is that you never win, right? Never. It's impossible to, whatever means, win. But if you sell, it's because you sold too early. If you don't sell, it's because you should have sold. Never. There's never. It's almost impossible that you have a good decision. Like you sold for 10 Solana and 11 Solana was the top. You sold perfectly.
Right.
Never. Yeah, sadly, you have to make peace with that. Sadly.
Yeah. No, I get it. And then kind of Bad, do you want to kind of run us through to kind of where you are now with Mindfolk and what kind of role you play within the Mindfolk ecosystem?
Yeah, sure. Let me just. So what happened was, then the original founders, they start not having the same patience for the community. Community started to be more FUD-ish, right? Start questioning all their decisions, like they even started like something that was the DAO Mind, that was supposed to be community centered, where 100% of the royalties would go to the community to make their own decisions. That was kind of their solution, but then they killed it at some point as well. So a lot of things with the holders and the founders were not looking eye to eye anymore. So at some point they decided, we want to sell the project. They came from like an announcement from nowhere. We want to sell the IP, whatever that means. We want to sell the project. And at some point, it was exactly like around, I don't know, FTX, or it was like the bottom of the bottom. Like no one wanted to buy anything, right? There was no one interested in, okay, NFT, Mindfolk has a good art and stuff. But the problem is the name and all the past decisions. Like Mindfolk was always associated with cash grab. Oh, another mint, they're gonna get more Solana. Oh, this guy's another mint. Like there was this idea that Mindfolk was this kind of scam,
Ponzi.
kind of a Ponzi, always extracting from the same people from the Solana community, right? And people start getting fed up with that. Even people that were not Mindfolk holders, right? Everyone in general were like fed up with Mindfolk, and no one wanted anything, even being close with Mindfolk. So they decided to sell, but of course there was no one to buy it. And then at some point, we kind of done like because they would only sell to a group of people, and the community was like, let's put 5 or 6 people together, and we created like a spreadsheet, a deck explaining what we would do, who were each of us, right? We had all of that in one. We were called the Navigators. It was quite funny. But then they bombard us with legal crap, right? Okay, maybe not legal crap. They were trying to defend their rights or whatever, but they send us like lawyer kind of style, I don't know, 20 pages stuff for us to fill. And then we didn't have any lawyer to like, oh, can you help us? At the time, there was no like Grok or ChatGPT so easily that we could just tell ChatGPT to help us. Like, it's not the same thing. So at some point, we like, okay, we're not, and we got were kind of advised to not get into that because it would maybe open a can of worms for us in the future. And then we disbanded the Navigators and said like, look, we are not interested in this anymore under these conditions that we have to sign stuff and we had to docs and put our names there. Like, no, sorry, this is a bit crazy for us. And then I don't know what happened. They saw that, this not gonna go anywhere. They decided we're gonna just give the project to the community. And then that is where it started, the journey we are in now that you are asking. So the community, we are not that many, at least active is always like that. And you are part of NFT projects. I'm sure that you guys always see the same 10 nicknames talking as always the same people. So it's part of it. And as we are on a bear market, we have to be realistic about that. And then
everyone comes out in a bull market. In a bear market, there's only 10 people around.
Yeah.
When it's a bull, that's when everyone comes back.
That's crazy. Like, and then and then we started doing things. We started doing raffles again with wood. Let me just check my notes. I have some stuff because this is, as you can imagine, it's like 3 years ago. Some stuff is not fresh in my memory, right? Actually, the Discord that we have now was not created by me. Actually, the community done a lot of stuff. They were very against the founders. They actually started this whole project of community owned. They started the Discord. There was loads of people. I just came after, not by chance because I wasn't older, but it's there were other people doing a lot of stuff, and that was actually active, right? Because I was part of that Navigators team that wanted to take over the project. So at some point, the previous founder said, we need someone from the community. You need to find one person that you are comfortable with that would do the conversations and all the transitions that are needed, tech, graphics, with us. And then they put a vote together, and probably there was not that many people on the to be voted for, but I was the one voted as the person to kind of represent the community to do this transition. So I was the one in the chat with them, talking like and understanding what they would offer, kind of negotiating with them. They gave us all the NFTs they had in their treasury. OK Bears, the Champions, Youths. We still, the treasury is okay. So we started this journey then as a community. And then good things happened, like the podcast. We may talk about it in a bit. And the validator. I think they are the main things now for the project and for the Mindfolk community.
Yeah.
That is a crazy transition because I can't believe that they gave the treasury and didn't rate it and sell stuff.
Oh, the treasure didn't have much. Was the NFTs that they didn't even want to sell, maybe because would do like a taxable event and they didn't want any problems. I don't know. They said, I don't know. They sent us, I don't know, 2 or 3 Sol or whatever, and those NFTs. That's it. We started basically from zero. We had to create a Discord. We had it already, but then to bring everyone there is not easy because people are not aware. We had to start the Twitter account from zero, right? The other one had, I don't know, 17,000 followers, and then we had to start from zero. We still only have like 700, right? So would be nice to have that engagement or that following, but it is what it is. In a way, probably is good. At least you are independent and you start from scratch. But
yeah, no doubt. You touched bad on kind of how the ship has been steered now, and the good thing that's come out of it is obviously the show that you kind of do, right? One of the good things is the Goodwood show. I know we'll go on to the Validator slightly later on, but do you want to start off with the Goodwood show and kind of give some of our viewers an insight on what you do and how this thought process of having the show came about?
Yeah, so I was really involved with like the music NFT community, especially in the UK, in London. And there was a guy that I met there, and he had like a spaces for music and NFTs, and he used to do it, I think was every week, and there was a recurring participant or guest, and I would speak with people and stuff, and then he stopped that, and then I always had this thing that I wanted to start a podcast with them. And he was actually, at some point, he bought Mindfolk as well, just to support the community and whatever we were doing. And I said, Lux, do you want to start the podcast? We can revive, because the Goodwood show was a spaces that the previous founders had started in the beginning, 2022. They would interview like Frank from The Gods and all the big people. It was crazy. I don't know. I think they had like a marketing agency working for them in the background, because they were able to like bring all these big people. And I wanted to revive that, because I think the name is catchy. Goodwood show is good vibes, a good conversation. And my idea was always to kind of show what the good things that the Solana and crypto, of course, is doing still, right? Giving the voice to the founders that are legit, that are building, that are here for a long time. And also for me, it's like it's a way to connect with these people that I kind of, a lot of them, admire and follow for many years, and a way to be able to talk with them, right? Probably I wouldn't be able to talk with half of them on a normal conversation, because unless we go all to Breakpoint or some conference or something. But those people, normally they are busy, right? They have loads of people trying to speak with them, and they don't have time for talking with everyone, right? So this is kind of an excuse for me also to talk with people that I admire from the Solana Foundation. And it was funny because the first one, and actually the first two, both of them said yes straight away. So Ian from Photo Finish and guys from OK Bears, guys said yes. If you want to have me, is whenever you want. And then was the first episode, was great. And that at the time, I was still doing it with City20. That is also a co-host. That was that guy that was doing the music spaces that we started this podcast with. Right. But at some point, he got really busy with work, and he said, I cannot do it anymore. So I started doing the interviews by myself. Super nervous, of course, in the beginning. That setup is very amateur. It still is, but at the time was like very amateur and just me talking with people. Like here you can see that City20 is still there. But I think this was kind of the last one he done with me. and then from episode 8 is always me. And then he has another episode that he actually interviewed the MetaDAO, a big project as well. So in this one he done it alone as well. So we kind of co-host. I have done more because I have maybe a bit more free time and patience to do all of this, and I found the strategies or the ways to kind of do the post-production and all. Once, and you guys do this your own spaces, and you understand once you have the structure and the setup done, the design, the songs, everything is much easier, right? You just drag and drop, cut whatever needs to be cut, and kind of the post-production is much easier, right? So
yeah, I mean, for us, it's like, I tell you what, Bad, for us is like, we were previously doing spaces, right? And we were like, you know what, we need to get on to streaming because we actually want to show people things, right? Explaining things over, a space compared to streaming is miles apart, right? I know you have the Jumbotron, people can put things up on spaces and pin them, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
And then we pivoted to streaming early on this year, and kind of since then we've not looked back. And what we're doing now with ours is we are streaming live to YouTube, so it's recording there direct. We don't edit anything. Everything is kind of
Raw.
how you see it. It's just there. It's raw.
Yeah.
And I think that's the kind of way we've kind of kept it. And what we do like to do here and there is on certain shows we'll do little snippets we put out for social media, kind of like you do. Bad, because you put little snippets out.
Sometimes, I still need to work more on that, but yeah.
StreamYard is actually really good for that, by the way. Bad.
Okay.
Go for it, Teddy.
No, I was just saying, clip that. That's a good clip right there. So StreamYard.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to follow up and say, when did you have the initial thought of not continuing spaces and doing streams? Because it's just so different. Like Lucky was saying, streaming, I feel like, is leveling up because this medium that we're in, Web3, crypto, NFTs, DeFi, all of it, it's visual, you know what I mean? And you don't have to use your imagination when you're in a space. So did it just come naturally and you're like, you know what, I need to show people what's going on, not just talk like it's radio, like on spaces and whatnot. So it's curious.
I think because a lot of these people are doxed, right? So I think it gives a more proximity and more empathy when you watch YouTube and you see the person there, right? I love podcasts and I listen to a lot of them without visual,
right?
But I think the option to have the visual part, I think, is really important. At least for me, I don't know, the expressions that the guest will do, like even the rumbling, the stuttering, like it's genuine, right? And you see the face, you see the person. It's a real person. It's docs. Like, of course, a lot of people didn't show their faces, and of course we respect that, and it's fine. But I think I think. Also for YouTube, if you do YouTube without any, how do you do with YouTube without any visual, right? My issue with spaces, I'm not a big fan of spaces because I know that you can listen to them later, but they are only on X. That is not very handy if you are on your car journey or doing your jogging or running and you want to listen to something. So for me, I wanted to record. Also, the recording gives the flexibility of when to do it, right? Because a lot of the times the guests are in whatever, Asia, America, and we need to be flexible to record when the guest actually is available, right? If I limit to it's on this day at this time, I exclude quite a lot of people straight away, right? By recording it, I include more people, and I think people appreciate this flexibility of working around their schedule, right? I think it's good. And then also gives me the flexibility to cut any part, because also I put the guests comfortable in saying, look, if we just do it a fluid conversation, but in the end, if you realize that we spoke about something that we shouldn't talk or shouldn't be on air, I can just cut it. Don't worry. Gives like I feel that people are not afraid of talking, right? It's just a conversation, right?
Yeah.
While if like here, I know that this is gonna stay like this forever, right? So I may say something that compromises me on the long run, right? And then I'm not gonna say, hey guys, can you remove it because I said this and that, right? It gives the flexibility to the guests, right? So I don't know. It's also the other point is, let me just share, is that then I can be on all these platforms, right? So Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and that was something that I wanted. I wanted to offer the possibility. I'm honestly not about the clicks or the listenings. People are sometimes ask me, "Oh, how many views?" I mean, like, I don't. It's not that many, to be honest. But then they are spread across a lot of platforms. So, like for example, on Solana, we are now on Solana.com, the podcast page. I have no idea how many people actually listen through their website, right? On Apple Podcasts, I have no idea how many people actually listen here, right? So I don't have this metrics because this is done with the RSS feed, right? This populates on a lot of platforms, right? You don't have any control or any access to that information yet. So that is a long answer to a short.
No, it's a perfect answer because we don't do this for clicks and likes either. We find guests that we think are someone we'd want to interview, and if our viewers think it is too, then they rock up. But it's also replay value. They come back and watch as well. But doing it just for clicks and likes, I mean, it can be exhausting, and then it's like you're always looking for the next hyped project and whatnot. And I feel like there's so many projects, so many people, so many individuals in this space that have something to offer that just because no one wants to see that or hear that, or it's not hype right now, it's still valuable information. And my next question for you was, do you have creative control over the Wood Show, or do you run it by the community to see who they want on, or is it just strictly you and you're like, no, this is who I want on, this is who I want on? How does that go down, like when you choose a guest?
Yeah, in the beginning, actually, I asked the community if they had guests that they would suggest and stuff. But people like, oh, bring Mert or bring Tolly, and I'm like, yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I would love to, but if you have the direct contact, please tell me. Like people say that. But then no, we had actually. A riot from Citadel was one of our community NFT holders that actually recommended and put me in contact. Like this one, we done a music NFT because it made sense, of course, because of the previous spaces that we had, me and my co-host or co-founder. He invited the guests, so I didn't even know them. So it's kind of, if anyone has suggestions, I'm really open to them. But since I'm doing the interviews, I need first to be comfortable with the guest, and second, it needs to be relevant to me as well, right? I had a few people recommending some projects, like projects that just minted now. Like I'm not even talking about disruptors because some of the members are also part of Mindfolk and stuff. Yeah. But it's hard then for me to relate if I'm not part of that community, and second, there's what I call also culture. There's no culture background on Solana for that. What I'm going to talk about, like, I'm not saying that shouldn't, but for me, like, I need to have a little bit of enthusiasm, like when I'm interviewing someone, it needs to be someone that means something to me, or the project means something to me, right? That is more or less my creative decision on the guests.
Yeah, no doubt. But I mean, for anyone that's watching, please go and check out the Goodwood Show. Go and look at what Bad has created. I think it's a kind of an eye opener to different other characters than your typical average NFT founders. Yes, he's interviewed people in the NFT space, but outside of it as well. So it's always good to kind of check in and see what else is going on in the space. So GG for that, Bad. Keep cooking, brother. Bad, let's move it on to what you're involved with in terms of the Mindfolk validator. A few weeks back, we spoke to Akil, who is one of the co-founders of Stronghold Validator. So if you guys haven't watched that episode, make sure you check that out. But Brad, do you want to quickly kind of break down what the Mindfolk Validator is about? And for anyone that doesn't know about validators, just give us a quick TDLR, please.
Yeah, so I just gonna tell the story about how the validator came about. So
Sure. Yeah.
On those NFTs that the previous founders left us, there was a Champions that is quite, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's quite a big project.
No, definitely.
Big floor price.
Mhm.
And at some point, I don't know, they announced something, and then the floor price went to like 20 something, at some point 25. And then someone from the community, Mindfolk, said, guys, we should sell our Champions, because it's so, like, we would get a lot of treasury, it would help us a lot. We could because we wanted to do a staking website, and we didn't have money. We have zero. We have been running with almost virtually zero, everyone doing volunteer work and stuff. And it was like, okay, we put it to vote. Everyone was like, yeah, sell it. Okay, we sold it like, I don't know, 20 Solana. And the funny part is the person that bought it was actually already a member of the Champions, and was someone from the Champions team, let's say. And I knew him like from other projects and stuff. And he came to me and it was like, oh, actually, I bought this thing. Do you guys want to do a validator? And I was like, wow, I would always wanted to have a validator, but I thought like, okay, you need so much Solana that is impossible to set up a validator by myself. And he said, no, we're going to help you guys. Don't worry. We take care of everything. Don't worry. Like, okay. And then we start the process, and actually started more or less at the same time of the podcast. In a way, was good because it was not supposed to be related, but the fact that we had the podcast helped us getting a bit more visibility for the validator, because you need to apply to some grants of Sol and stuff. And if you don't have anything, if you are just a community, it's very hard. And if you have something else, it's easier. So at the time we started in November, we went I can show the status. At the moment we have 74,000 Solana staked. For people that have no clue, they're gonna say, oh my god, there's so much money, but it's more or less what we need to break even at this time. It's crazy, right? That's why so many validators just
Fade away.
they stopped because it was not profitable. So the main issue is not only the price of Solana, right, being down, because you are paid in Solana, is also the activity on chain. And as you can see, now is not that bad. So we are doing per epoch more than one Solana. You see 2. Sorry, I'm not sharing the right one. 2.7 per epoch, 2, 1. When we started, we were doing like 0.5, 0.6. We was right the bottom of the bottom for the validator. So it was very hard even to get Solana to be staked with us and stuff. But the plan is kind of, you hold it, waiting for kind of the bull starting, when all the meme coins craze gonna come, and there's so much liquidity or swaps on volume on chain, and this whatever 1 Solana or 2 Solanas per epoch gonna turn into 3 or 4 or 5, right? And like that is the plan. And this would be a good way to have runway for the Mindfolk community, right? So if we could make, I don't know, whatever, $500, $1,000 per month, would be amazing. It would be, we could do our activities, do more raffles, even buy floors, do merchandise, other stuff.
How close have you come to shutting it down? Have you ever had that conversation with each other, or no? You're like, no.
Not yet, because we have been kind of break even. So for now we hold it. Let's see another maybe 2 or 3 months and see what happens, and then we decide. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, you gotta hold out until the bull market comes. It's like, you know, like it's like somehow, some way, hell or high water, you got to make it to the bull market with a volume.
And it makes sense, right? To have a validator behind the project makes you actually part of Solana, right?
Mhm.
You are not just a JPEG with the Discord server. You actually part of the Solana tech, right? You help the Solana validation, the transactions, and I think is meaningful, at least for me, because I'm kind of a Sol Maxi and I've been here for so long. Makes sense for me to have this, and I never thought that would be possible, right? So I'll try to avoid closing it, at least for now.
Yeah, I mean, it's also a badge of honor. Not everyone has a validator, and it's not easy to run a validator as well. So many have closed down too. So definitely, I mean, having a project attached to it, you guys are a piece of Solana. You're a history of Solana.
Exactly, and would symbolize Mindfolk is really a piece of Solana by having a validator, right?
And resilient too, after everything that you guys went through, and then, you know, the community takeover, and then to have a validator after everything that you guys have been through is just a testament of
It's quite ironic, right?
Yeah.
When a lot of big projects are shutting their validators off, or even shutting off the whole project, we are still here trying to do something. So yeah, it's crazy. Small community, but we are grinders every day.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Bad in terms of your whole kind of journey so far in Web3. If you could kind of pick out 3 key moments in your journey, what would they be?
I would say like Mindfolk Mint it changed everything. I would say the first breakpoint I went in Lisbon 2022 was like mind blown. Like seemed like I was in Disneyland, like completely overwhelmed with so much stuff. So many people, like the whole apparatus of the conference is so big, and all the side events, so much stuff happening is like was amazing. It changed my perception of Solana and maybe of crypto in itself. Maybe also when I bought Solana Monkey Business, the Monkey DAO. I joined the Monkey DAO as an holder. Was a landmark for me because it was something that I wanted to do for many years, like since I started, right? And I only joined after 2 years. So yeah, and it was quite expensive NFT as well. So
Yeah.
Same. I wish I bought when it was at 10 Sol, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, and regret it every day since. So
That's part of Solana history right there as well, right?
but-
SMB.
SMB, yeah, and it's a very good community. I think it's still, I'm part of so many, right? I'm on OK Bears, I'm on Kleinos, I'm on Photo Finish, and I think Monkey DAO is still one of the ones that do more stuff. Okay, they have a big treasury as well, so they like 2 million or whatever they have. But
It helps.
it helps. But I saw so many
Slightly.
projects with a lot of money and they did nothing, or only
right.
burning money like crazy on idiotic stuff that everyone knew that wouldn't work. They actually turned the project into like a VC fund style. They help other projects, they give grants, I don't know, and it's also like the in real life events. They have this community events all over the world. You can do events and they would kind of sponsor you as well. So yeah, So it's very good. And you see a lot of, if you see builders, when the entry point on Solana is they buy SMB Gen 3 and they change their profile. You see so many like builders, like coders that started like that. And yeah, it's an entry point for sure.
Bad. You mentioned that Breakpoint was one of the highlights. I'm assuming that you're going to Breakpoint since it's in London this year.
Yeah.
Are you bringing the show on the road? Is it going to be live?
I would love to, but I don't know if I have it's so hard because there's so much happening on not only the conference, but like side events. And then also you're doing shows at the same time. I don't know. Let's see. I still didn't plan because I have my house here. I could invite the guests. We have an extra room just for that because my wife is a photographer. So we have a studio room that we could interview. Like if you guys want to actually, I don't know, put something together, we can do some interviews here. It's not very close to the conference, but I don't know, it's 45 minutes away. So
now that it's out there and everyone knows now, there's an extra room.
I would love to.
Now everyone knows, man. Let's get it started. Let's get it going.
Hey, Tolly might turn up. Who knows, Teddy?
There we go.
Would be nice.
But you also have an affiliation with Super Team, right? Do you want to kind of quickly touch on that, what you're doing in terms of with Super Team and what's your involvement?
Yes, so I was kind of part of the beginning of the Super Team UK back in 2023. I went to a lot of events and I knew the team. We were at some point, we were not that many. We were like 5, 6, 7, 10 maximum members. But then a bit due to work related stuff, I didn't have the time, and they changed also their meetings or their events timings. I couldn't attend anymore. So at some point I kind of lost my membership, let's say, to give opportunity to other people more active. That is the Super Team part. But because they do a lot of Super Team / Monkey DAO events, because it overlaps a lot with the Super Team, and Super Team has also Monkey DAO NFT. So they kind of, when they do events, they do them more or less at the same time. So I'm always together with people from Super Team, especially UK. And I actually, and this kind of coincidental, I interviewed quite a few Super Team UK members on my episodes. But now recently they have created this Super Team Talent, and kind of the idea is to bring more talent or people from the outside of crypto or outside of Solana to Solana, right? And to help fill the job opportunities that we have in Solana. So as you can see, like, and then I fill the form and I talk with a few people, and now I'm kind of an official scout to bring talent to the Super Team Talent platform.
Okay.
So yeah, so I recommend everyone to register, to create your profile, regardless if you are a content creator, if you are a coder, engineer, whatever, marketing, because then you can even share. It's like a LinkedIn, right? You can share your profile, and I know that is hard, especially for me, because I'm on Web 2. So those two worlds, the Web 3 and my job world, right, the Web 2 part, they don't overlap at all, right? My LinkedIn is just things I done on Web 2, right? There's nothing Web 3.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have a way to put all my CV and resume and my whatever I done before on one page, and be able to share it with someone, regardless if it's a person that is hiring or I just want to show who I am, right? So it's nice as a way to to show yourself to the world, to the Web3 and the Solana world. I would recommend. I can share my Scout link, but that is, to be honest, again, I'm not here for whatever, how many people are gonna click my link. It's if you can find a job for someone that actually needs it, and help Solana and help that person is the best.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, we have to join up, man.
Yeah, we might get recruited by Bad.
Oh, if you,
no, he'd be like, no, I've done an interview with you guys. It ain't happening. I don't
those two guys suck.
Bad, you got so many hats that you have in Web3. I know you have an IRL in Web2. You're married. I don't know if you have any children at all. What do you do to unwind, or do you not unwind? Are you full speed ahead all the time? Like, what's a typical day when you're like, you know what, I got to take a break from everything? What are you doing when you need to take that break?
It's funny because I work from home as well from my Web2. So at 5:30, I switch off the computer, but I'm still on the same chair, on the same position. When I switch off from my job to do something else, is exactly on the same place with the same computer and everything. So I normally just try to go for a walk, like 1 hour or 1 hour something per day. Go out, listen to something. Because I'm not a big fan of gyms and stuff. I try to play a bit of soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, once a week. But that's about it. But I'm not getting that younger, and after 40 it's not easy to play football because it's if you get injured, it takes you like 3 weeks to recover, and by the time you come back, you are like starting from zero. You run for 2 minutes and you almost die. So
I feel that pain, brother.
Me too. I go for a run. I go for a 1 mile run, and then my feet are throbbing the next 2 days, and I'm just like, man, I'm old. I'm too old now.
It's so funny.
Sheesh. Daddy, I think it's time to switch it over to the next segment and give Bad some quick 10-question rapid fire round, and then
let's drink some water. Otherwise,
go for it. Drink some water, and we'll kind of do the rapid fire round. In the meantime, if anyone has any questions or wants to get kind of advice from someone who wears multiple hats, feel free to leave a comment in the chat. But we'll run the rapid fire, and then I think we'll let Bad get off to bed because it is getting quite late here. So, Bad, rapid fire is simply a series of questions. We need quick answers within 10 seconds. The first thing that comes into your head, just say it, brother. It's all fun.
If you hear this, it means you took too long.
Oh, no way. I got killed.
Yes, sir. So we give you roughly 10 seconds to answer with your gut. Your gut. So Lucky's going to lead this, but no pressure. You got this. This. All right.
All right. Yeah, let's do this. Right. Bad. Question number.
All right, let's go.
You're testing. Are you testing it, Teddy?
Yeah, I gotta make sure there's good jams or anything. You know what I mean?
Let's go. Bad. Let's start this off. Question number 1: your favorite IP?
Mindfolk.
Too easy. He got that easy.
Okay. Let's exclude Mindfolk.
From all the questions, exclude Mindfolk from all the questions.
Okay. Doodles.
Okay, nice. Most traded NFT project?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't know. I need more than 10 seconds.
You need to look at the spreadsheet.
Maybe
he's got to look at the spreadsheet.
No, but now photo finish, I think. Yeah, I saw a few. Sold a few.
Fair enough. Biggest profit. Which NFT gave you the biggest profit?
I want to say Cats on Crack, maybe 40 Solana.
Nice.
I think maybe was that.
Okay. Nice. What was your last buy? What NFT project was your last buy?
That's easy. It was the Ansem. I minted the Ansem.
The
Bullpen. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Should have minted more because when the price went so high.
Tell me about
minted only one. Yeah.
Well, we were looking at that when it was 0.3 sold, Teddy.
0.39. Yeah, we were like, we should sweep some of these, and didn't. And the next day they were at 5 sold. So
It always happens. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of NFT founders? So you got to give me 4 founders that you think are, for you, all-time greats.
I'm not sure if they are founders, but yeah, Soul Big Brain is up there.
Okay.
Nom from Bonk and X Monkey DAO. It's quite high. It's not easy. I really admire guys from OK Bears. I think despite everything that happened, they still trying, and the approach is the right one. And last one, like maybe Mert is a funny guy. It's like I love it. It's so I don't know geeky. So I don't know. He knows so much. It's absolutely insane when he starts talking about technical stuff on podcasts and stuff. I'm like, wow, oh my god! One day I'm gonna be like this. I hope.
Nice.
Yeah. Your favorite Web3 wallet?
Yeah, that's easy. That's Soulfly.
Okay. Most memorable rug?
I think Balloonsville was
Balloonsville.
Yeah.
Was crazy. It put rugs on another level.
Yeah, right? It did.
Because the guy came and made fun of people and done like a spaces. It was absolutely mental. Like, it was not just a rug. It was like
it was a troll. It was a rug and a troll at the same time. Right. Yeah, he was dunking on everyone. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. Bad. What kind of crypto do you hold the most of? Solana, BTC, Ethereum?
BTC and Ethereum and Solana, yeah.
Is that the order?
If you exclude Solana, it's that. I used to have a big back of Crown, Bonk, but then the prices went so down that now.
Okay. Last question. Name a community that you would derug.
Oh my god.
So tough.
Dogos. I don't know if you know this.
Bodogos?
Yeah.
No, it's not Bodogos. It's Dogos. They were way before Bodogos. It's like a dog derivative of, let me show you, of Doodles.
Just shared screen, Teddy.
Yeah, I'm going there.
I can.
All right.
Yeah, Bodogos hasn't rug luck.
No, Bodogos.
That's what I was going to say. Okay. I was like, what?
They stopped their daily podcast, but the community is still around. So this is the one.
This is Doggos. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was so cute, and the community was so good. The vibe was so nice. There was like 2 or 3 mods and community members. They used to have a spaces as well. Kind of my inspiration for the Goodwood show is also from what they had. They invited people, but always in a very uplifting, positive vibe. There was this girl, Annie. She was amazing. She was and Melly Carter, they used to do the spaces together. Was absolutely, it was like inspirational because everyone was nice. But then, you know the drill, right? Things.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Sustain people on goodwill and pat in the back and dogs, right? People need to eat and pay their bills.
Exactly. Well, Brad, that concludes the rapid fire. Hope you enjoyed it.
Woo!
Thank you for that. You did great.
Yeah. You crushed it.
Brad, before we kind of wrap up, if you could kind of give one piece of advice to potential content creators that are looking to get into streaming or creating their own video series based around Web3, if you could give three key points, 3 advices, what would be your 3 top pieces of advice for someone that's looking to get in?
Try to make your content a little bit professional, let's say. I see a lot of stuff from actually bigger accounts than mine, from accounts associated with big projects that look a little bit clumsy, even the microphones and stuff, and the quality of the sound. And sometimes doesn't take that much effort to make it good, right? So that you have to be very persistent on your guests, because it's very hard. And of course, everyone wants the Mertz and the Tollys and of the world, right? But it's not always possible, right? It's you have to be a bit realistic, and there's a lot of good people around to interview. But even that, those good people, they are busy, they have their schedules, and it's very hard to reach them and to get a reply. So I have been struggling a lot to get people on the show. It seems easy, but it's not easy at all. And third piece of advice, just don't be shy of showing your face, and because actually people like to see people, normal people, right? Like to see, oh, this is just a normal person, not a fake person that trying to pretend that is cool or something like that. Like just a normal person. And I think that's it. That's you. I don't know. I'm sure that there's more, and you guys, for sure, that you know more than me as well. Like
look, Bad, we really appreciate you taking the time out. And you know what? It's been an absolute pleasure. Sorry, it's gone over slightly, but listen, it was great speaking to you, man. I could speak to you for longer, and you know we're going to keep in touch, and maybe one day we kind of meet up and go for a coffee or something. And you're in the same town, so it only makes sense. But yeah, from me, Bad, once again, thank you so much. Taddy, back to you.
Yeah, you guys got to utilize that studio.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
No, we appreciate your time, man, and we thank you so much. And you know, you're an inspiration to us, man, because what you're doing there is just, I love your podcast and how you're across all streams as well, and you're crushing it too. You're not in it for clicks and likes, but I mean, if people woke up and realized the value of the information of the people that you're interviewing, they would understand that you should be getting more clicks and likes. So we just appreciate you spending time with us, man. And like Lucky said, could talk to you until the cows come home. So hopefully we'll get you back up as well. But I also wanted to ask, if people want to join Mindfolk, which collection should they be eyeing?
If you want to share the screen,
I will. I'll share it real quick.
Yeah, that's at the time we have only two. That is Mindfolk and Mindlings. So this is the main one. That is the one that is not 10,000 anymore, because apparently people burn some stuff. And we have the Mindlings. That is this lovely animals for people that don't like faces of people and prefer some animals. Let me put it bigger. We have this one. They give basically the same access to the same Discord, and there's not much segregation in terms of what, like the content is for everyone, right? It's of separating. We are small communities nowadays, right? So yeah. But this one, they have great traits. Like if you start buying, you're gonna start collecting the traits.
Oh man, I love this. I love this art.
It's so good. Like this hat with the skateboard is absolutely, it's so good. Like the genius of the traits is what actually made Mindfolk what it is. Its traits are amazing.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
No, yeah, of course. And I know it's late there for you, but thank you for your time, man. And
it was a pleasure.
Any final thoughts for you before you head out?
Just believe and keep grinding. Things will come back at some point. So just keep being true to what you believe, not just about the money, also about the tech.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And who is your next guest on the Goodwood Show?
I'm gonna have Solana Spaces.
Nice.
I don't know if you're familiar with Solana Spaces.
Yes, sir. Of course.
They ended and then they came back, and so Solana Spaces is gonna be. I'm gonna just tell it. I'm gonna have a very kind of fun episode. That's the alpha year, so. There's a guest that is quite funny, and I wanted to invite him so we could discuss about all the stuff that app, not all the stuff that we have limited time, but all the kind of crazy happenings that Solana lived through, like gods moving to Ethereum, like Bonk airdrop, like all this kind of cultural significance that make what Solana is today. So that is one alpha that's going to be soon as well. Yeah.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Well, again, we thank you so much for your time rocking up with us noobs here, man. We learned a lot, and we look forward to, chopping it up with you in the future.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a great evening.
Yeah, you too. Luck, you got any final thoughts?
No, that was it. I mean, Bad, once again, thank you so much. Thank you to our viewers. I think, look, OTB is what Bad said. Like Bad, it's not about the clicks and views. It's about highlighting people from different places in Web3, right? It's not always about, what's the next hype thing? What's the next hype thing? Sometimes you got to bring on people. Yes, it's good to include those hype things, but also we like to mix it up with some of the OG people in the space and people that are actually doing stuff, right? Because we strongly believe that we need to be highlighting various different kinds of people at all levels in their stages of Web3. So, yeah, that's it from me, Taddy. Thank you once again, Bad, and Taddy, appreciate you hosting.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Final thoughts from me, everyone. Just have a great rest of your week, rest of your day, and don't click those scammy links. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay winning. All our viewers, you're all one of ones to us, so we thank you so much. Time's our most valuable asset, and the fact that you spend it with us does not go unnoticed, and you are greatly appreciative. So that's it for OTB. You guys have a great one, and we'll catch you later.
On the block, we go. On the block, let it flow. Spaces open, might go live. Different miles from Web3 drive. Builders here, they pull a real. Talking moves and how they feel. No scripts, just open flow. Ideas moving row by row. Every week a new face shown. Building things to stand alone. We go. On the block, let it flow. On the block, feel the sound. On the block right now. Just raw talk. Ideas that actually